CL&P's own consultant says the company restored power after last year's big storms in a responsible amount of time.
Town leaders are speaking out to News 8 tonight, and their reaction, no big surprise, they don't agree with it. News 8's Chief Capital Correspondent Mark Davis live in our Hartford newsroom with more on what is in that report.
He's got a big report in front of him.
Yeah.
Hi, Darren and Ann. Here it is. Hi, Darren and Ann. Good evening, everyone from the Hartford newsroom. Yeah, it says that they did a reasonable job, but it makes 66 recommendations on how it could have been more reasonable. Here's a quote from that report. CL&P restored all of its customers within a reasonable time frame in comparison to similar events, close quote, following the autumn nor'easter and tropical storm Irene. That came as somewhat of a surprise to town leaders and first responders at this emergency preparedness conference today.
In terms of the response for us, reasonable-wise, it was very herky-jerky.
That was very similar to what News 8 heard from many town leaders following both of those storms, with stories just like this.
We had out-of-state crews that came into town, stayed at our town hall with our public works people ready to work with them for 18 to 20 hours without getting the go-ahead to go do work. Then they went to another town, so visibly what their response was I wouldn't put that in the category of reasonable.
But even though their own consultant tried to soften the blow to CL&P with that quote, it goes on to criticize them just like every other report for the failure to recognize the risks of the storm that was well predicted, failure to aggressively seek assistance, and failure to manage the help once it got here. The company has acknowledged most of this in the past. So have things changed yet?
Have you seen any change in direction? Is there more outreach from CL&P? Has anything changed?
No, I don't see any. I haven't heard anything. The only thing I did hear, which I will have to take that back, is that we were going to get 1 month of a bucket truck and a crew to come and help us do some major cleanup. Well, that didn't happen. We had one crew for 1 week. They got one road finished.
I think they're trying to take steps. You know, we've been promised things like circuit maps and things like that to help us plan the next event that are still not in our hands.
If you're a first responder involved with the town or you're just curious, you can read the report yourself and see these 66 recommendations for this reasonable recovery at our website, WTNH.com, and click on this story. Live from the Hartford newsroom, Mark Davis, News 8.